Hey, how's it going, guys? Ricky Summer here, and today I've come back in time to play Nyx for the very first time. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Nexus Security. Protecting you from the unknown beyond the Nexus.
Alright, so unfortunately it's been a little bit of a crazy week, and the stream just straight up failed. For context, we're back in lockdown, and as a result, every Tenno and their Kubro is currently working in Zoom calls from home, so the internet's just balked. Like, download's fine, but the upload's just gone, man. So, couldn't stream, but instead, we're gonna play some Nyx. Okay, I'm ready, I'm excited. So, what I know about Nyx is, like, nothing at all, except for the fact that maybe mind control? There's some mind control going on? Alright, pretty cool. Interesting if true. I like where this is going. My impression is that most people don't like Nyx, but since we've been talking about the possibility of a Nyx video recently, some people have been like, yo, Nyx is really cool. All right, let's see what's up. Let's jump straight into abilities. All right, I love the stance. Let's go. Let's check the passive. Here we go. Enemies are 20% less accurate when targeting Nyx. That's incredible. She stormtroopers enemies. I love it. Imagine if we could somehow up that percentage. I'm sure we can't, but that would be ridiculous. I'm so ready. Okay, mind control. Nyx invades the psyche of a target, confusing enemies and making them fight for the Tenno cause. I'm already on board. Targets then fired upon by Nyx receive a damage multiplier. So wait, we mind control them, they fight for us, and then if we shoot the ones we've mind controlled, they do more damage to their friends? That's actually fantastic. Okay, if mind control was all it did, I'd be pogged. But the issue with an ability like that is, like, you trigger it and then you wait and you're not really playing the game, you know? But it encourages you to keep, you know, to keep shooting. All right, that's very cool. I like that ability. Let's keep going. Psychic bolts. Nyx launches a cluster of force bolts at enemies, using telekinesis to adjust flight paths and seek nearby targets. Hits strip some enemy defenses. Okay, so like in theory, we could kill quite quick if we go, what? Maybe we go mind control, then psychic bolts. If that counts as like targeting the enemies, then they're becoming more vulnerable while also doing more damage to each other. That's the way I see it. That is potentially incredible. Okay, chaos. I love a little bit of chaos. With a powerful psychic blast, Nyx causes mass hysteria on the battlefield by confusing all enemies to attack random factions. I'm not sure how different that is to mind control, actually, but is that maybe useful in a multi-faction mission kind of situation? I gotta get the feel of that one a little bit more. All right, let's have a look at the 4 here. Absorb. Nyx absorbs all incoming damage and channels that collected energy into an explosive radial charge. All incoming damage. Now, does that include the shots that are missed due to the passive, right? If it's a bubble, like they may miss her but still shoot the bubble. If that's true, huge. Absorbs all incoming damage and jump. So I mean, like, if it's just the bubble, then I guess it doesn't matter. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So that seems like something you probably wouldn't use with mind control, because then you're not going to be targeted, right? Okay. That's pretty cool. I'm interesting tool set. Really excited about mind control. Let's have a look at the tips. Attack enemies in the moments after they are mind controlled to charge their weapons for increased output damage against their former allies. Yes, so it says attack. I'm not sure if that includes casting abilities on them. So hopefully Psychic Bolts does trigger that, because I'd see a huge synergy there. But that's very cool. I really like that. Cast mind control on shield Ospreys for their shield regenerating effect. Is that implying that we siphon? I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. Look, that one's a little bit ambiguous. Not sure how that works. Cast mind control on enemies with area of effect attacks such as arson, eximus to cover more ground. Of course, you're just basically stealing their abilities, like, effectively, if they're fighting for you. That's really cool. Cast psychic bolts to temporarily disable auras from ancients. Oh. You can recast Psychic Bolts at any time to engage new targets. Oh, you'll love to see it. Love a bit of spam. Why not? Cast Psychic Bolts and Chaos together to make quick work of crowds of enemies. And Chaos together? Yeah, that's something I'm not too clear on. Like, Mind Control and Chaos, obviously they're not the same ability, but they sound very, very similar, like, functionally. So we're gonna have to try them out to see, maybe I'm misreading something, misinterpreting something. Maybe they are more different than they seem on paper. Let's keep going. Cast Absorb on top of a downed ally to protect them while the squadron... Oh, you can cast... You can... Oh. Okay. You can cast it on your friends. That is huge. I love that. That's actually fantastic. I mean, not necessary because we can go invisible with the operator, but still. I mean, maybe you would elect to do this because now you can actually do damage while you're reviving. Love it. Magnificent. Absorb converts damage received from allies. Coordinate with allies to build up more powerful explosion. Yes. Cast Absorb to regenerate Nyx's shields while under heavy fire safely. Of course, yeah. Incredible. Alright, fantastic. Recast Absorb to knock down nearby enemies with the damage accumulated. So, you can cast it early, right? Rather than wait for it to pop, you cast it early and they get knocked down. Whereas normally they don't, is that correct? Interesting. Interesting if true. We got to try her out. We got to try her out. So, loadout. Let me think. I'm not sure it really matters here. Like, I'm inclined to take Brahma, just because I love Brahma. And you know what? I think I'll stick to that. So let's jump into upgrades real quick. What do we got in the way of auras? Might do an energy siphon sort of thing here, just as a default. And then, like, what do we want? Range? Duration, probably. So, prime continuity. And reach. Like, perfect. It's begging for it. It's begging for it, guys. So that's increasing our mind control to almost 30 meters of range and 20 seconds. Magnificent if true. What else do we want? What's Intensify going to do for us? Okay, it doesn't increase the amount of bolts, but it increases debuff duration, defense reductions, speed decrease. See, that's what I mean. Like, Chaos and Mind Control seem like super similar abilities. Anyway, that's sounding exciting for me right now. What else would I throw on there? You know what? I'm actually tempted to drop Intensify and just do, maybe put some shields on there to start with. I don't know how survivable we're going to be. I could also be tempted to throw Flow on there or Streamline. Porque no los dos. Let's go. Okay, don't forget the arcanes. Okay, let's jump into survival. Okay, you know the new strat. We're jumping into Ceres just to make sure we're not biting off more than we can chew. And let's drop some mind control. Oh, it's a single target? Ah, okay. Okay. Therein lies the difference. That's what I misinterpreted. That's fine. Excuse me, sir. Hello, sir. Welcome to being mind controlled. Can I pop it a couple times? Can I mind control a couple of individuals at the same time? Maybe not, it seems. Okay, and then I wanna like shoot him, but yeah, okay, so that feels like the strat for sure. Okay, let's run the gamut here. With mind control, shoot him, pop him, right? And then they're gonna do the big D. How long do they last though? Where are they? Oh, is he gone? Interesting if true. So, slightly less pogged about the mind control, gotta be honest. I thought it was like a room scale sort of situation. But it's just sit down VR. And that's fine, you know. I'm sure there's a time and a place for it. Okay, we are in possession of Psychic Bolts. Let's test her out. So they're gonna seek, right? Pop it again. What's up? Okay, let's pop that Lord, then pop Psychic Bolts. You keep doing some D. Yo, Dad's here to help us out again. Every time. We can't test out a new frame without the help of our father. Yes, it's your boy. Okay, let's try this out again. So, I feel like it's... Now, I wonder if the Psychic Bolt just completely misses the one with Mind Control. Let's try that again. Come on, baby. No, it can hit. So I'm still not clear if that counts as targeting, right? For the sake of boosting the Lord. But it does seem like a good strat. You know, you mind control, you smack them up, you cast the bolts to weaken everyone. I mean, we've certainly got some tools here, make no mistake. All right, we've unlocked Chaos, and I'm fully ready and primed. Let's pop it. A little bit of Chaos. Okay. Did it work? Let's pop it again. Is it? Okay, yeah, it seems to have worked. Everyone's pogging out of their gourd. Okay, so even if all it does is just, like, essentially, like, turn off... Well, look, it effectively disables them, right? I'm not so concerned about whether, like, how much damage we do with it. Let's pop it again. So the tips suggested that we pop Chaos, and then we pop the bolt. Look, if all it does is distract... opening them up for a little bit of Brahma, then I'm happy. Let's get out of here, please. Okay, let's run this one again. Let's go. Please allow me to mind control you. Come on, buddy. Chaos. Bolts. Okay. And let's watch the party commence. Look, I gotta be honest with you. That's beyond a shadow of a doubt. That's a Chaos party. And ain't no party like a Chaos party. I think Britney Spears sang that song. Let's go. Let's go. But look, nothing contends with the will of Brahma. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. A little bit of Chaos. Please. Alright, we've unlocked the 4. Let's give it a try. Let's go. So we're just meditating. We're just hanging out. Invulnerable. You love to see it. Let it pop. Let it do its thing. Oh man, they're just going to town. Does it not end? We have to trigger it? Oh man. Okay, I get it. So it drains and then we blast. They actually didn't do as much damage as I was hoping, but I'm sure that's going to do a lot better as we upgrade it and mod. Okay, interesting. So the way I see it, we want to slide in. Hit the 3, pop the 2, and then when things get hairy, we just slap the 4 and sit ourselves. The only issue with that is because it's a drain and it makes us stationary. I'm not, like, I can see it being situational. Like, if you're low on health, you're running away from enemies, and you also have low energy, I can't imagine the 4 is going to be super helpful. But let's give it another shot. Let's get some Chaos going. Okay, and pop the 4. Just hang out. Yeah, see. It's probably not going to be super useful after we've dropped Chaos and taken the focus off us. But, you know. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It could be worse. It could be worse. Alright. Okay. Okay, real interesting. So maybe I misinterpreted when I heard everyone saying they didn't really like Nyx, but yeah, she's obviously an old frame based on the design. I really like her back. Is that weird to say? Hey, look, I don't mean that. I don't mean that, baby. I mean the back. Hang on. Let me switch to something that doesn't cover up. There you go. She got that Loki style back. Really into that. It's a real sexy look. Yeah, I like her. I like her kit. I think this is the way I want to swing it. So psychic bolts, because it's ranged, slide into the piece Chaos. So they're weakened, then they start attacking each other. When we come across big lords, big boys, we pop the mind control. I'm given to understand that the mind control had some synergies with other ability, with like certain enemies, right? Nyx invades the psyche of a target, confusing enemies and making them fight for the Tenno cause. Targets then fired upon by Nyx receive a damage multiplier. Yeah, that certainly seems like something you want to cast on a more survivable enemy, I imagine. Although it does make them immune. The only issue is are they immune just to your attacks or to everyone's attacks? I'm not sure about that. But yeah, the hints suggested that there might be some like hidden synergies with certain enemy types, like the shield lords. So you could like absorb the shields or something like that. Really interesting if true. I got to test that out a little bit more. But yeah, my take is psychic bolts, chaos, mind control on individual lords, absorb I guess in a dire situation, if you have the energy, that's my only concern with Absorb is what if you've also run out of energy? Because that tends to be the case. Like when you're in trouble, when you're about to die, at least I find I've usually also run out of energy. So I mean, there's other things I could do, like I jump into the operator and get some Zenoric dash going, energizing dash or whatever it's called. Either way, I'm really excited to rank up Nyx. I like the way she looks. Like the way she plays. All right, let's have a look at modding here. What would I change from this? I don't think anything. I did mention putting redirection on or vitality, something like that before. I don't think I want to do that anymore. So I'm running out of energy enough that I do want to keep streamline and flow, but also I feel like with Nyx, I mean, you could argue this is the case for all frames, but I feel like specifically with Nyx, it's all about, you know, spam, speed, keeping up on the chaos and making sure everyone is, you know, mind controlled at all times. So if you slip on that, then you die and it's kind of your fault. So I don't really want to limit my spam potential by swapping out flow or streamline for like redirection or something. I think we're good as it is. And we've always got the 4. Like, you know, we want that energy available to us if we can keep it up there for the sake of popping the 4 when we need it. Because, I mean, the 4 is a hell of a lot better than you know, finite shields that we would put on there in theory, right? So, you're going to leave it as it is for now. I'm quite happy with where it's sitting. Let's have a look at the augments. All right, first cab off the rank, Mind Freak. Mind Control Augment. Controlled target does increase damage by 500%. Huge. I mean, that's just straight up an upgrade. Like, why you want it. You do want it, and you love to see it. Pacifying Bolts. Psychic Bolts Augment. Affected enemies will be confused for 10 seconds. Oh, interesting. Interesting. If I wasn't going to spam Chaos, then that seems really useful actually, because then, I mean, it's seeking, it's really easy to use, it's ranged, you can fly around through the air with the greatest of ease and pop psychic bolts all over the place, and it's confusing enemies. In theory, I'm not super sure how confusion works, but in theory that immobilizes them. Okay, interesting. Not sure I'll take that because I do want to use chaos, and that feels like that would kind of eat into the chaos time a little bit, and I don't necessarily want to do that. Interesting. Chaos Sphere. Chaos Augment. Enemies entering the affected range... entering the affected range? will be inflicted with chaos. Effect range lasts for 50% of the ability duration and shrinks over time. Oh, interesting. So it will retroactively affect anyone who comes into the area, which is huge, but it reduces the area of effect and that area of effect shrinks. That might still actually be useful. I mean, I guess it depends what the eventual range of chaos ends up being with mods and when it's just fully upgraded. We'll have to see, but that's actually making me think, like, I feel like there's varied build potential in whether you take something like that or not. Interesting. Okay. Assimilate. Absorb Augment. Nyx can move at 50% speed while using Absorb, but the area is reduced by half. Okay, so maybe a little more targeted towards, like, personal survivability rather than... you know, protecting the team. Again, like, I like these augments, at least so far, with the exception of Mind Freak, which seems like just a straight upgrade that you would want. These augments are like, you know, you have that trade-off, you have that build diversity in them. That's how I'm reading them. Interesting. Okay, last one. Singularity. Absorb Augment. Create a ring every 3 seconds that drags in enemies at 50 meters per second. So what? I feel like this you would take this for like a team strat of everyone jump in the bubble and they take out everyone you're slurping in while you stay invulnerable. And presumably they stay invulnerable too. Yo, that's kind of magnificent. These are some really interesting augments. Like straight off the bat, Mind Freak I want. Like, why would you not take Mind Freak? That's huge. The others are a little situational. Like, maybe I don't want to take them, but I think they're interesting regardless. Like, Pacifying Bolt seems like it might interfere with the Chaos Psychic Bolt synergy a little bit. But you guys let me know. Maybe I'm misinterpreting that. You let me know in the comments. But for the moment, let's rank her up. We'll do the time jump, and we'll return with my final thoughts. Alright, welcome back to Warframe. So this is a little bit of a weird video, I have to admit. The first half of it was recorded a little over 2 weeks ago. It's been a wild couple weeks, and everything that can go wrong has gone wrong, evidenced by the fact that there hasn't been a stream in a little while. The internet just hasn't been holding up with everyone being at home. But for the moment, enough of that. Let's talk about Nyx. So Nyx has been a little bit of a struggle for me. Please spawn back in so I can revive you. Sir? Oh no. Okay, there we go. No! Don't do this to me! Saved! Kurt Russell! Okay, let's do this. Let's pop some chaos. Weaken everyone. We'll choose an individual to be our guardian. And then we'll sit down and we'll let the pogs rain down. Except, like, they're not really attacking me, so it doesn't matter. I think I can hold it, and it does, like... Look at that. Look at that, though. You love to see it. A little bit of Corinth Prime up in here. Okay, so Nyx has been a little bit of a struggle. I don't feel, like, unpowerful. I just feel a little bit slow. Nyx feels kind of like a utility frame. I don't know if that is accurate, but that's how she feels. And the ranking process has been kind of slow. Ah, there you go. You got to get used to that secondary fire. All right, let's pop some life support over here. So my process has been thus: slide into the piece, cause mass chaos with 3, and then weaken everyone with 2. And I think we can spam that, huh? So here we go. Everyone's freaking out. They're gonna attack each other. It's beautiful. There's our survivability right there. And then whenever a large individual shows up, we pop the 1, they become our champion, and, you know, we're partying. At one point, I did slide Vitality onto Nyx, but I feel like it's not really doing much for me. I feel like if I'm doing my job right here, I shouldn't even be the target. And that's pretty cool. And that's what I mean by what I said earlier, where she feels like a utility frame. She's got great capabilities in crowd control, but I don't feel like I'm killing particularly quickly with Nyx, and maybe that is indeed the point. Oh, I love that though. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. You love to see it. Beyond that, I haven't personally found much use in the 4. That's not to say it isn't useful. I just haven't really felt the need to use it. As I mentioned earlier, I kind of like, you know, I want to save my energy for the abilities that I actually want to use here, the abilities I want to spam. The only thing I'm not super clear on, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not super clear, but I think anecdotally, I think I do have an answer. What I was going to say was, does Kurt Russell ever want to stay alive? Poor guy. What I was going to say was the 3, Chaos. Is it something I can just keep casting and the effects will be maintained on those who it's already been cast on? I think that is the case, but I'm like 90% sure that is the case. And Kurt Russell is dead again. Look, it's fine. I've only just gilded him. He's still ranking up. Don't worry about it. Don't hold it against him. I like the toolkit. I'm just not doing a lot of damage very quickly with it. And that's fine. Not every frame needs to be high damage, fast kills, you know, clear speed. That being said, I just feel like maybe we might be better suited to a team situation here. And that's perfectly fine. Alright, so let's slide back into the piece and we'll talk about some mods. Alright, here we go. So, not a lot has changed from the first half of the video. I still feel like I want Streamline and Flow. Now, part of me kind of feels like maybe I'm doing the wrong thing here. Like, this is overkill and the smart play would be to swap in something a little more useful. But I am using a lot of energy. I am able to get it back reasonably quickly because I got an energizing dash. But still, I don't know. I feel like Flow and Streamline, at the very least, Streamline is important to keep. Now, of course, I've thrown Augur Message and Augur Reach on here, just because I've found I really value the range and duration. In terms of Intensify, look, I toyed around with it, but what does it do? It just ups the absorb, I think. Actually, you know what? Let's check it out. Let's throw Intensify on here. Yeah, so we absorb, 60 points more, that's it. It says that it's affected the conversion percentage, but it actually hasn't. The number hasn't changed. The only thing it affects is here, like a speed decrease. It goes from 20 to 26%. Defense reduction from 80 to 100%. Like, doesn't seem huge, you know what I mean? Increasing the range of, for example, chaos seems huge. Like, where is it? Where are our auger things here? All right, so what does it start at? Radius, 26 meters. If we throw auger reach on there, we get up to 43.75 meters, up from a base unmodded of 25. Yes, like that's what I'm talking about. I want to affect as wide a range as humanly possible. Furthermore, you know, we throw message on there, and I'm looking like specifically like, yeah, all right, well, let's have a look at both of them here. We got 33 seconds for chaos and 40 seconds for mind control. Throw message on there, and we're up to 47. So it's not a huge amount. Up to 39. Like, it's a nice little bump. If I were to remove one of these, I might remove message, and then like we could throw, I don't know, what could we throw on there? We could throw intensify maybe if we form it. But again, like it doesn't seem super useful, just on paper at least. I'm not sure what I throw on there in its place. I tried vitality redirection, but again, if I'm doing my job right, I shouldn't be the target at all. So I shouldn't even need extra health or shields is what I'm finding. So I'm quite happy to just leave it at that. It's like it's working for me. It's just feels like more of a utility frame. Yeah, so Nyx probably isn't someone I'm going to drive out of the garage too often, but I like that she's in there, and I really like her kits. Conceptually, at the very least. There were a couple moments where it started to feel like I had a little bit of a personal army, like I was almost playing a pet class in an ARPG or something. I had my hound, which I know has nothing to do with Nyx, but I had everyone chaosed, so they were fighting amongst themselves, and I had a single strong enemy under mind control, and I just had this moment of like, yo, this is kind of nice. Like, I got my little personal army here, and whether that is effective or, you know, just an illusion of having an army, it was a nice feeling, and I really appreciated that. Yeah, there you go. You guys let me know what you think of Nyx in the comments below the like button. My perception is that some of you really love her, some of you really hate her. I haven't really seen much of a kind of middle ground opinion on Nyx, so I'll be interested to see what you think. Go ahead and throw your tips, tricks, build ideas down there too. Alright, just quickly before we finish up, I feel like I've been away for long enough that I want to do a little bit of an update video. The stream's been off for a little bit, and last week's video was not a Warframe video. So let's talk about a couple of things. Firstly, Corinth Prime. I'm not sure if I've really mentioned this much at all outside of the stream, but we got Corinth Prime. I used it a little bit today in the video, as you saw. I like it. I do. I'm not sure I'm going to really do a full video about Corinth Prime, and I don't want to go on too much about it, but it looks beautiful. I mean, look at that thing. That's a stunning, that's a sexy weapon right there. Ooh, I'm really into that. And the secondary fire is incredible. I'm fine. Yeah, everyone who was like, yo, you really gotta like Corinth Prime, you're right, I do. In other news, we've got, you know, a new Nightwave, which I'm excited to start burning through. I've made no progress yet, but I'm really excited for the waveform ephemera. Like, yeah. I can see my, like, if it looks rad, I can see myself using, oh, okay. We can just see it right there. Yeah, that's pretty rad. I can see myself using that on everyone, TBH. Making it perp. I'm into that. I'm into that. Also, there's one more thing I want to show you, and that is the fact that I've gone back to a lich. Hi, hello. This is Nyx Misoiduk, and she has a Kuvahek. The weapon I've been waiting for since I started Warframe. So I'm really excited to finish her up. I think I'm all done. I just need to do the Railjack mission to take her out. And then I got Kuvahek. And then I will have some thoughts about Kuvahek. I'm very, very excited to finally use that weapon. And that's it. I just wanted to go over a couple of things. Look. Warframe, you delightful mistress. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. Be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time. Ricky Summer. Out.